Hi, my name is Courtney and I was assigned Tinker as my tech tip. So Tinker is a computer programming system that helps kids learn how to make their own games or play games, but in a way that gets their minds going. So I'm going to take you through the kind of the basics. What helped me learn how to actually use the website was the My Courses. So these are just opening websites that help you learn how to use the website. So this I think could be used at home. It could be used in the classroom. I think that this is just a more educational way of letting them have fun. They're playing a game, but they're making their mind work. They're putting pieces together. It's like a puzzle, but they don't think they're doing a puzzle, so it's a little slick. So these are the gaming pieces that we're going to get. This is going to move the eraser forward 400 dots, and this is going to turn it right by 90 degrees. So this is the on start clicker. So that means whatever I put here is going to happen as soon as I press start. So first I needed to go forward 400 feet so that I can get to the dot. When I get to the dot, I needed to go down. So I am going to have my little spaceship turn right by 90 degrees. And in order to get to the bottom of the line, I'm going to have to go forward another 400. And all I'm doing is simply clicking and dragging underneath. And it's just going to go through the motions, and it'll show you, it'll light up green when it's going through that motion. Anyway, so there's 6 levels, and as you keep going, it's going to show you really how to use everything that it has to offer. The next one now is going to be the repeat button. So you can make the same things happen over and over. So now we're trying to do a square. So it means we're doing something 4 times. So this is going to repeat it 4 times, this orange piece. So again, we have the on start. So as soon as I click start, this is going to happen. And I'm going to want this to happen 4 times since I'm doing a square. So I'm doing the same thing. I'm going forward 400 feet and turning right. So if I keep going forward 400, turn, forward 400, turn, it should go into this square. But we can try it out. As you can see, this is really going to get the kids' mind going. They got to think ahead of time. They can't just think about their next move. They got to think about the next move and the move after that and the move after that. And is it going to be finished? It can't just be incomplete. So, you can see this level really starts getting their mind going. But I'm going to show you what else the program has to offer because it has a lot to offer. Now, I'm simply just under the student account. I also have a teacher account, which was pretty interesting. I'll tell you more about that then. We have my projects. So this is what the student is creating themselves. I have one done here. I chose a fantasy theme, but I'll show you that you can do any theme that you want. So over here we have our control bar. We have events, control, animation. And you have different characters. So you make each character do their own set of events, as you can see. So I'm starting off with my dragon. So when it starts, he's going to be rotating and turning. And when he's clicked, he's going to move, and my background is going to change. Now, how did I do that? So looks. Looks are going to switch costume and switch background. So it's going to change something about the appearance. And all I did is I simply drag that over, and it clicks. So if I want to change that again, I'd add it there. But I'm pretty content with what I have. So, and this on start, that's under events. So you just drag these over, and you can start putting stuff underneath it. So you can switch costume, and then I wanted to change the color when it's touched, and I could add anything I want. And it allows a child to really think on their toes. They can do whatever they want. I said one way that I would incorporate this is in storytelling. I would have them retell a story through this. It's a lot more interesting to the student than writing a reflection or telling me about it or working in groups. This allows them to put their own imagination. You'll be able to see what the child themselves is imagining when you read a story. If you're not reading a picture book, they're picturing something in their head that they're really able to put on a screen for you now. And then a dumb dwarf. So I have him switching costumes. Now to do this, if you do that, it gives you options. Now, if you press the little settings button, it's up in the left-hand corner. you can pick different costumes. So you can add a costume. They have, again, a ton of options. Adventure, city life, comics, prehistoric, science, sci-fi. That means you're going to be able to use in a lot of grade content areas. So that's pretty cool. So, sorry about that. And then you can also change the stage over here, which is the background. And again, you're going to press this upper left-hand corner to change. I have Castle and Fantasy both downloaded right now. But again, if you click on that, you can go over here, and they have a little bit of everything. So if they're retelling about a farm story, or you're talking about the life cycle, they have water, trees, forests, oceans. They could talk about the vacation that they went over. I also think that this could be a good start to a writing prompt. Let their imaginations run. Let them create whatever they want, and then have them write about it. Like, obviously, their imaginations are already going once they have this created, and they're going to have a lot to say about it. So I'll show you mine here. So as soon as I press start, you can see that my dragon flips, and that my happy dwarf turns into a dumb dwarf. And as soon as I click it, my background changes, and I can have them move forward just by clicking them. I'm trying to get my dumb dwarf, and you can have them do whatever you want. You can see I'm gonna have this little guy flip. Yeah. As he looks as the dragon goes away. And they could make a story out of this. They could talk about how the dwarf was trying to make it to the castle, but the dragon stopped them, but finally they got past. There's a world of ways that you could go with this. I could get into a lot of depth. You just kind of got to play around with it. There's a lot to offer, but I had a lot of fun with the sounds, the looks, the animation. So I'm not going to save because I already have my piece of work saved. So another place I really enjoyed going to when I first got on the website was exploring. So you can see what other kids are doing. I think as a teacher, it makes my mind go, like, what could I assign them to do? Like I said, like life cycle. You could have them recreate that. Here's space. I like to look under grades K through 5 because that's what I'm going to be teaching. Like, what are kids this age interested in? What are they making videos about? And Tinker has a little bit of everything. There's the holidays. There's mazes. Life cycle. Animal cells. Light bulb. Solar system. World map. They have math quizzes. Now, as a teacher, you can buy quizzes, you can buy courses, or you can create them yourselves if you have the time. But they have a lot to offer, and it shows you that what the child did when they completed it, if they completed it on time. So it does a lot of the hard part for you. And like I said, I like looking through this because I like seeing how I can incorporate it into my own classroom. And I saw science a lot and math, and I think there are literally endless opportunities when it comes to writing, reading, literature. Then as you go on and you complete courses and you create your own games, you're going to unlock things, which I think is a good motivation for kids. They want to get somewhere, they want to have goals, and they want to accomplish what they put their minds towards. And they'll unlock different, animations, characters, sounds. So if they really want to unlock the sound of the snoring man, the lion lullaby, they need to know that they need to unlock more. They need to keep going. So it might give them a little bit of motivation to get on this website at home. Not just at school when you give them the opportunity to do so. But they're going to spend time at their own home and their own computer because they want to get somewhere and they want to complete these things. And that's just the basics of Tinker. There's a lot to get into if you have the time to explore it.